Yeah, that's my. That's literally my point. He's stealthy as all jazz.
Welcome back, welcome back. Alright, we just started talking about movies and great movies and video game adaptations to movies and shitty movies, and apparently every movie is shitty to Totem. And then
Turned
Naughty
out
here
because
doesn't
they're
watch
as a
movies because he's
corporate
a
slaughter.
robot. And then Dragon hasn't said anything the whole entire time, so we don't know what kind of movies he likes. So yeah, here we are. Right back at it again.
I like a lot of movies.
He has spoken. He has spoken, everyone.
Holy shit, he exists.
All right, so once again, here we are with episode 4, book 2, Adventure Path 1. I'm trying my best, honestly, as we move forward to try to keep a record of what episodes these are and where we're currently at. So I created a nice little scheme that I'm gonna be using from now on. To be honest with you, the first couple of recordings are gonna be like lost archives because I don't have any kind of naming scheme for them, and like I'm not probably gonna go back and just whatever. Like if you're interested, you'll go.
Put them all in one song.
Yeah, if you're interested, just go take a look at them, and you'll figure it out where it's currently at. And one day maybe I'll go back, but probably not. I'm too lazy. So just to catch you guys up, our adventures have basically gone to the University of Rutgers to find out more information about that dude's notes. I can't remember. God, I'm a terrible DM. To remember the what's the dude name? Hakeem Notes, who is the one of the crazy scientist dudes that were kind of discovered some information about the secret weapon. But it's not very clear right now about whether or not he was just crazy or he actually found some information that is pertaining to it. You've been tasked by the Starship's what's it called? Starfinder Society to kind of discover what's going on with this stuff and find out more information. Our little rat friend here, Totem, has basically took a pet project. He has a Ford 500 GT, whatever the hell, Space Edition in his cargo that he's trying to fix up, trying to make it his own robot.
He's Space Edition.
He flippy dude, dragon, still flipping. Doesn't do much but flip. But like everything, he's very essential to him to their survival. Nazi still is running Linux, old version of Linux, and he's sometimes useful, but sometimes we could do without him. They're they're currently at a university, like I said, University of Rutgers, where they are currently walked into an office that was found pretty much disheveled, ransacked, any of those vocabulary words that you can find. They Miss Mulani, one of the deans of the school and higher up in the school system. I don't know what the ranking systems are, but she pretty much was like, "Yeah, let me go call security. This don't look right," and kind of stepped out the office. So the players are now found in the office where it's ransacked to kind of like figure out what the hell fuck happened. Dragon has kind of stayed with the brain professor. If you recall from last episode, the brain professor kind of said some crazy Nazi stuff that brought a lot of attention to the university. He was then convinced, but lied to by the players, to give an apology and under the pretense that he was going to get certain conditions met. So the players did lie to him, said that he was going to get them all. He kind of went ahead and gave that apology. He also started looking for some of the notes from Hakim's to give to the players as an additional thank you. So here we are. We're gonna start right now.
I wonder if I can hire that guy to work on my robot.
You gonna hire a brain professor?
Yeah, I just be like, hey man, fuck your seniority and shit. Go come work on my robot.
Fuck your seniority. Huh? Interesting.
Or tenure, that one. Boo-doo-boo-doo-doo.
Guess it
Oh,
would help if I share the screen, huh? There it is. I think probably for our next stream, I'm gonna fix up the streaming window a little bit. So I've been working on some of the different overlays for the stream and kind of seeing if I can make something a little better, something a little bigger, so people can see it a little better. So I'll be doing some changes to the stream upcoming. So hang tight.
I look forward to it. Oh, that does that. Huh?
All right. So yeah. So you guys on the office ransacked as best as possibly can. My artistic skills that would allow me. So there's several things that need to be addressed, I guess, immediately. So Mr. Brain Dude is currently searching his telepathic brain along with all his notes that are pretty much on piles of shit on the floor. But he doesn't need to actually touch them because he just can scan them with his brain to see
Right.
where he kind of put his information about the Hakim notes to give to you guys. So he'll be giving you those and promptly. In the meantime, you need to figure out what happened to Dr. Starney? Stolstarny.
Stolstarny?
Yeah, I gotta change some of these names. I know I'm gonna butcher them. Dr. Soul's office. Since she actually has additional notes to Hakim that you're gonna need to figure out where to start your search for additional information for the secret weapon and all that stuff.
Okay. In that case, I am just going to take a look at the room and see if I notice anything decent.
Oh, perception right off the back. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So, so perception's 19. You take a quick look around the room. You don't notice nothing particular at the moment. However, you do remember walking into the room and seeing that there were security cameras outside the hallway and in most of the hallways of the building.
Oh, cool. I am going to check if there's like a Wi-Fi to knock into, so I can like check the cameras themselves. What do you want me to do?
Additionally, you notice that there's light coming off from the computer.
Oh, check it out. Let's see what's going on. Beep boop.
You want to do the computer rule, or you want me to do it?
I think either one of us works for it, so
Don't let Linux touch it.
don't let Linux
Okay.
touch it.
I won't touch it.
He's gonna need a. What does Linux need to use Windows programs? What is it, like a boot drive? Boot up?
I have no idea. Freaking
I don't know,
VirtualBox?
Linux users might hate me for that.
Dude, unfortunately, I use computers. I don't know.
Alright,
How to
so basically, you just press the wrong button. Nothing happens.
Wow, with a 16, he pressed the wrong button. All right, let the
All right.
superior operating system do it. Hold on.
Dude, I'm just rolling my shit. All right, you know what,
Also,
man? I'm sorry.
again-
My hands are just trembling.
Press another wrong button. Alright,
Beep
There
boop.
you go.
there it goes.
Should I try it?
No, we're good.
Mr. Linux here is he's getting somewhere. He's like he actually turns on the power button.
Oh shit.
The only thing I can't do is shoot, apparently.
Alright, so the computer starts to boot up and you start to see certain documents, kind of like the Windows startup. You see certain things on the desktop. Apparently this person doesn't know how to use folders, so everything's on a desktop. And if you're one of those out there, stop it. Stop it. Stop.
What if I have a lot of folders on my desktop, though?
That's even worse.
You
That's
put
even
all those
worse.
folders inside your folders.
I'm gonna. No, I shouldn't send a picture, but I was going to.
I'm sure everyone's seen these horror. I'm pretty sure there's a Reddit.
That's
on
not
this.
bad. It's not that bad.
I'm
Let's
sure I've
see.
seen
Mine
Reddit
is
on this.
nice, I think.
I got like 80% of my screen left, but
Of course. All right, so
I have a
yeah,
lot of stuff.
So you see a bunch of the files. You start seeing some of her correspondence as well. Apparently, this person saves her correspondences as well on her desktop. So some of her actual like emails, I guess, are saved on her desktop.
And this is the doctor that's missing, right?
Yeah, Dr. Soul. Yeah, Dr. Soul.
Not the one that we.
Nah, that was Dr. Mulani.
Not either of the two that we talked to earlier. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this
Good.
Dr. Soul is she's missing, right? Dr. Mulani was gonna come in here and introduce you to Dr. Soul with her additional notes about the Dr. Hakim notes. She actually studies some of the ruins that was visited by Dr. Hakim. So she has most and is studying most of the document and following up on all that stuff. However, when you came in here, you saw that the place was ransacked, basically. And she's not scheduled to be on vacation. She's not scheduled to be on like she actually has class in a few hours. So Mulani went to go kind of report this and kind of call her to see where the fuck she's at, right? So
Okay.
she's off in the office doing that, and you are now going through her computer.
Is this a chair?
Is that a what? Training?
Chair?
That's a bag. Nope. Yeah, that's a bag.
Oh, well, I'm gonna start rifling through the bag.
All right, roll a perception, please.
Because I kind of wish I had noticed that this was here earlier.
All right, you kind of see a bag. It's kind of half filled with some of the general odds and ends of the office. It's a few notes here and there, but it's not completely filled. Almost like they didn't have enough time to fill it up. So going back to the computer, however, since Nancy still hasn't finished. So you see a few of her correspondence. You see some of her recent functions, or so like if you go to the computer, you see recent files accessed.
Do I see who, or at least what was accessed recently? Then?
Yeah, you also see some of her calendar notes too. What would you like to like kind of go into first?
I mean, what do I see first?
So you see her recent functions, her correspondence, her calendar notes. You see some information.
Your calendar first. See if she expected to leave.
So her calendar indicates that she's actually due for a sabbatical in for 2 months, upcoming. So she's taking a 2-month sabbatical to conduct research at one of the ruins that you actually are interested in.
Do I need to relay this information to my party, or are they all right here reading it with me?
A good question.
Because if I do, then I tell them. I tell them everything.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okay, so she's got this sabbatical. Let's do recent activity then.
So recent activities. So you see that there's some recent files on the computer, and one of them is a letter from Professor Mulani granting Dr. Soul the leave to depart in 2 months for her sabbatical. But it says that she can depart 2 months earlier to take advantage of special conditions in the field. And it was signed 2 days ago.
Okay.
So I mean, just so you can understand. So
Milani's an imposter.
So she has a scheduled sabbatical for 2 months, but she has a correspondence in
saying that she could leave right now, basically.
She could leave she could be, and then under special circumstances, yes.
Did she send this email that she was leaving or anything? Did she notify anybody that she was leaving?
No, there's no files to indicate that she told anyone such information. You do see some files that kind of some correspondences. So you haven't gone to correspondences yet. So you're still under files. There are no additional files. But what was your computer check? It was 21. You do see some discrepancies with this document that indicates that.
I looked further into it.
Right. So you're not 100% sure. However, in your base of experience, you know that this document seems to be forged.
Who's the last person she talked to on this thing?
Yes, that. I look up that from the advice from my rat.
So you open up a Gmail. Oh, I mean not Gmail. Sorry. Hawaii Mail.
Why man?
That's also
I
a
like
thing.
that.
Wait, what?
Xmail.
Ymail is Yahoo Mail. That's also a thing.
Oh yeah, Xmail.
Shit. Do they got the whole alphabet? God damn it. You open up a keyboard mail. And it
I'm gonna
says.
start a company tomorrow and sue you.
Okay.
Keyboard Mail.
So she's had several correspondences, the usual information about her benefits, but there's a lot of back and forth emails with a specific person named Dr. Europe. Urub.
You
Uh,
rub?
Urub, yes. Yeah.
It
Okay.
sounds like what I think it sounds like.
Yeah. What's his last name?
Pasquale.
You rub Pasquale, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there's about a series of 15 different thread messages with this individual. Would you like to read some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So first,
I love invading privacy.
Same. This is one of my favorite
well,
activities.
one thing I didn't mention that Miss Mulani did tell you, see what you can find amongst the office to indicate
true.
where she has gone. So you have been given permission.
With that, thought coming into my head, and she's like, "Oh, you realize that we can charge a premium for what we're doing right now? We're bonding."
So the conversation starts exploring Dr. Europe discussing Dr. Soul's research into the elven ruins of Ukulam. Fuck.
Ukulam.
Goddamn names. Ukulam. The exchanges begin fairly cordially, and it's what you would expect from two distinguished professors.
Okay.
They discuss minor details and interests with minimal research published, not citing too many published files, right? And not like, oh, what about this research paper that indicates that, right? None of that, right? No cites. And as the discussion continued, however, Pascal has grown more insistent in attempting to cajole Kaholi, Kajole, Kajole.
Cajole?
I don't know, man.
Hold up. I'm actually gonna.
Cajole. I've never seen that word before. Cajole.
It's another word. I understand that it's another word for
Learning
persuade.
English, hey boys.
Yeah, cajole.
Okay, cajole. Yeah, it's first time I've ever seen that one. So
That's a word a day. That's a calendar word a day right there. Cool.
So you see that Pascal grows more insistent in attempting to cajole Miss Sultani, Dr. Soul, to meet him at a cafe called the Five Arches, which is located in Quabarat's Gateway District. 2 days ago, to appraise several artifacts of his.
Do we
Does she
kind of
respond
notice
that she
if
met with him at all, or yeah?
What? Dominic.
Go ahead.
No. Your line of questioning was good.
I forget what I asked.
Was there any correspondence? Was there any correspondence that indicated that they had already met?
No. However.
Okay.
However, she does seem a little hesitant in her responses. If you wanna do a sense motive to find out more.
We have a motive sensor, don't we?
Yes.
I look at Varric and
Our
it's just like,
spy.
hey, bro, can you look between these two
read
people?
This sentence. What do you think?
No, not the sentence. I'm gonna be like, can you read this conversation? I need to know what's
your take on it?
Yeah, what's your take on it? What are they feeling?
Sure.
Sure.
It's like he has a boner as he writes this. Oh God. Travis is like,
No idea. All right. Well, I guess I'll make a go. Nope.
Not neither you. You're like, oh no, seems like a legit guy
All
right
right.
here.
The robot with the -2 will try.
Oh Jesus Christ! He's like, I would definitely date this guy.
Just be like, I think I'm in love.
Love letters right here, boy. All right, so you guys don't discover anything.
I'm falling more in love as I read it.
God, this
Yes.
guy.
You definitely are.
No wonder she ran away. I'd run away.
You guys can run a. If you run a.
I'm gonna try to
Profession
see if I
check?
can access the cameras.
So you guys can feel free to look, Google.
I know what I
not
wanna do.
Google, Foodle. You can foodle.
I want to copy all this.
You can foodle the guy's name to see if he pops up anywhere.
I will do that after I copy all this to my personal drive. And I'm not going to just like copy it hardware to hardware. I'm just going to rewrite it down. So if there's any sort of like virus or anything,
All right.
it doesn't happen.
So Barda's after falling in love, falling out of love, and falling back in love to the emails. He finally comes to a realization that Dr. Soul actually conveys her that she was feeling increasingly skeptical about Pasquale's motives, about the artifacts and all this stuff. If he was actually telling the truth at all.
Oh, I don't think you should have told me that part. That was a computer's check to try to see if I could access the cameras.
Fuck, you're right. Yeah, well. Well, it's sad as said, I can't take that shit back, right?
It happens.
So, all right. So basically,
All we needed was a
15,
and we still had to cheat.
you want a
to get
computer
to it.
check for what?
Trying to access the cameras that are connected to the hallway.
Oh, okay. You get hit with an encryption password. It says please speak to receptionist.
I am going to try to bypass it. Do you want computers, technology, or science?
Based on a loose indication of the firewall that you have witnessed, you will not be able to break through it. The system indicates, please call a number, and it says, or speak to receptionist Ikimzi. And if you call, that's the person in the first floor.
I did recall that. Only because it was receptionist. I'll forget what I asked the second after I asked it.
Is anyone foodling this Pasquale fella?
That just sounds so wrong.
Foogling?
Yeah.
I'll be doing some foogling tomorrow.
No, I wasn't doing
I
it.
will.
Okay.
Alright. So please roll either a culture, life science, physical science, or a relevant profession when it comes to foodling.
What the fuck is a profession of foogling?
I don't know. If you look,
Wait, hold up, wait.
If you foodle something on the
Twix
net,
break for a moment. So does that mean that just because you're a being that thinks and sometimes references the internet, that just makes you proficient at that?
so no. So basically, if you're gonna foodle something, you gotta have.
We gotta change that name.
You gotta at least have some knowledge of what you're looking for. Like, for example, we was foodling earlier about movies and like movies that came adapted to games, and games that have been adapted to movies, right? So you have to have some knowledge of what you're foodling. So the role is basically you're foodling people's names, so you have to have some knowledge on where to go to foodle.
I'm just saying, I did just straight up games made into movies and found so many more examples than we had gone. So I'm just saying.
Exactly.
You know,
So you have very low dice roll when you foodled earlier. Okay.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead.
So Travis has a decent foodle ability, and he finds the following.
Good foodler.
He finds that Europe Pasqua is actually merely an I don't know how to say this, alias. Jesus Christ, English.
Elias. I am so proud of you right now, Cass. Oh my god.
In my defense, I was thinking of ally, like
I get you.
allies. Um, Elias. I like that one. I like that one.
You know what? That's gonna be my new pronunciation of that word.
So yeah. Sorry about the emergency room. Emergency people. Uh, they were basically you're not unlikely to determine that this early on about what his actual name is, but you do know that he's a Lashanta. Um, there's also some other information that there's inconsistent information on whether or not he's actually a doctor, and most of his stuff is not really recognized and known in certain circles. For example, you've searched through certain journals and can't find his work. However, they're located in some of the like butt.com or like I'm trying to think of a alternative name here. Elaman. El Anon. So you found some of his documents on El Anon. So what else? What else you find? Hmm? Yeah, you find very inconsistent stuff.
So it's just this dude is just like not a real person, basically, or a real person that does sketchy shit.
He's real. He's just not consistent. It's vague. Like for someone to be a doctor and to have certain specialization, you would think that he would be more recognized in the field with and based on the correspondence that you saw, he seems to have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge about the ruins and stuff like that. However, it's not consistent from the correspondence to what you're finding on Foodle.
Okay. I sigh and it's like, $5 says that we're gonna have to shoot this guy in the face. But I guess I'm going to call the receptionist real quick and just be like, hey, look, I need the cameras to find out what happened in this little area with the Professor Soul. I think it is, right?
Do me a favor. Give me a second. Linux. Can you do a computer check?
Sure. What am I checking?
Just the one.
Okay.
Anti-hacking. Boom! You can't hack Linux, bitch. I'm sorry.
No one, the irony is no virus cares. Like that's the true fact. Jesus Christ. As you copy over all the data into your notepad,
I did say I wasn't copying it hardware to hardware. I was just writing it down.
You're copying it in your notepad, your little notepad.
Yeah.
But you're going through the data as you're copying, right? You're sifting through it. You come to a realization that this Pasquale dude is very inconsistent with a lot of the details that he's writing. In fact, his bio, his how he introduced himself, any records that he sent over, none of them are consistent, both from like his age to like minor details that someone would be consistent across the board. And you start thinking that this guy might just be completely fictionist.
I asked my spy friend if this looks like a classic bad spy cover story.
Ooh, I think you should get advantage on roll.
Because I don't know how to sense motive, but...
And I'm a rat. I don't understand any creature's motive.
Yeah, you do. You understand greed.
Right, but that's my motive. I only understand mine. Well, I guess I am a creature, so fair enough.
What was your, Bartis, what was your perception, original perception check?
My original, 19?
19. Okay. So, you said you wanted to go downstairs and speak to the receptionist, correct?
No, I wanted to call her.
Also, I tell him the party about
you have
these.
Her number? How the fuck you got her number?
You told us that there was a number to call on the thing.
Yeah. Shit, my bad.
The fuck?
So you before you start calling her, your nose starts twitching.
Nay.
You're like, oh wait, hold on. You put the phone down, and you take a look at one of the cabinets that have been left open. And you
Okay.
approach it, and you start seeing that you see a basic Lashanta temp weave, fitted for so her species is called something cassava. It's kind of like cassava but less tastier.
Uh-huh.
She's a cassava. So I'm just gonna call her casa for now on.
Okay.
So it's been fitted for a casa. Give me a second. That's what happens when your wife is a cat. She sneaks in.
What?
My wife is a cat, so she doesn't talk. So she's just like doing sign signals, and I'm trying to figure out what they were. So where was I? Yeah. So temp weave. It's basically like an armor or under armor of sorts. You can look
Okay.
up their basically.
trust you.
Yeah. So basically, something of this sort is given to her based on her status as a professor and as a field professor. So she pretty much left without.
She's
taking this.
she's like naked as fuck, like armor wise.
Yeah. She's pretty much doesn't have shit.
Okay, so I show this to my teammates and be like, so if she's in any sort of danger, she's just gonna get shot.
You also see as you bent down to get this temp weave that someone hit the shit out of one of the cabinets and pretty much let a huge dent in it. Like this is like mahogany desk, like top notch shit, but they left a
Right.
huge dent in it where you can only suspect that this was done in a violent way.
She might be dead, or she's a kung fu master and had to bounce. One of the two.
The rat also notices that there's a printer by the cabinet, and in a printer it has a copied version of Urub Pasquale's invitation to the 5 arches.
I see. So she was leaving. She got attacked. Either got knocked out or kung fu judoed this and had to bounce. And she was probably about to go. Wait. I think that indicates that the dude didn't do this. Because if he already had, okay, so if you're a fisherman and you already have the bait out there, why would you go looking for the fish? You already have the hook and the bait set. So this is like someone else or a third party, at least in my thoughts. I say that out loud to my compatriots, essentially. I'm sorry.
I rolled a 1 on my sense motive in real life, so I'm just gonna agree with the rat.
Maybe. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna call the receptionist and be like, look, I kind of need the cameras. The Professor Soul is probably in a lot of danger right now.
So as you look through this stuff, you also see a bunch of papers like as you see a bunch of piles of paper on the floor. If you want, you can roll a perception to see if you find anything interesting in those piles.
Okie dokie. Give me a moment. That was a lucky perception the first time too. Yeah, so I don't know shit. I just see them all as just bullshit.
Not find anything.
We should all roll perception just to make sure we don't miss anything.
Well, twice as good as Bardest, but still garbage.
God, these characters, man. All right, the skill monkey comes in. All right.
Do I have a spell
actually,
that
no,
can
he
help?
actually failed. No.
I rolled low.
Yeah, he failed. You failed. Yeah. I'll give you a nat 20. I'll give you a nat 20. You'll look for several hours and finally find the following. You start seeing some printed scans of Hakeem notes among the wreckage, marked with a red pen. These is obviously not the entire collection, and these are only copies of the originals. So you can determine that Dr. Soul may have the rest of them or the complete collection of the notes that you're looking for. But you can also tell that some of the notes may have been taken from this office.
Okay, so if I wanted to try to roll to understand the notes that we have, what would I roll for that? Would I roll a sheer intelligence check, or would you like something more specific?
Where's your logic going?
I'm trying to just like, if I can get a big enough piece of the puzzle, I figure I might understand what they're like, what the big deal about the notes and about the research itself is. I'm trying to like, even if like the main part's missing, you can sometimes see a pattern or like see where someone's trying to lead their notes. I just weird, but I don't know.
I think a perception might fulfill that.
Shit, perception is my garbage.
I guess you could do a culture check too.
Slightly better than that.
Yeah, that's good enough. So at this point, you determined that Dr. Soul has not left this office willingly. And there might have been possibly a struggle, or possibly a violent struggle,
Right.
where some of the items in this office might have been taken forcefully. Along the notes and everything on the floor, you have some indication that they might have went towards some place called Torhulu Port.
Okay, so that was like a name I picked out from the research notes themselves.
Yeah, you kind of piecing everything together.
Okay.
You don't know for a fact anything, but you kind of just piecing loose endings and theories together to dictate. You still have to review the tape, right? To determine whether or not you are correct or not. There is a few other missing information to determine whether or not you are on point.
Okay. Do we call the receptionist and try to get access to the video feeds?
Sure.
Compatriots, any objections?
No. I think that's what we should do. We should also. Did Professor Mulani say she was leaving or anything, or should we go into her office?
She's in the other office calling, trying to call Dr. Soul first, and then if not, trying to call the cops and the detective.
Let's just go tell her everything and call the receptionist in her room to make sure that she's not also getting kidnapped or assassinated or anything. We can all be together while we do this.
Probably a good idea. But if you had done this, would you have waited around? I'd probably gotten the fuck out. I can't. This whole wall here looks the same, so I don't know where the door is.
Oh, my bad. And it's right here. It's on the end. Yeah.
Boop. Sweet. And then her office was down here, I believe. And that's her student, and that's her, right?
I just walked through the wall and the door.
True. I was just, I'm trying to be lore friendly.
I appreciate that. Using my hard-earned, hard-work doors. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart as a DM. It's like, why put walls if you could just teleport places?
It's just like exactly, I figured that he wants him there for some reason, so we'll go with it. We'll try it out. But
so you see, as you enter the office, you see Milani kind of frantically on the phone. She kind of gives you like, give me a second, hand gesture. She says the following: "Okay, thank you for your help," and hangs up. She turns to you and says, "What have you found?"
I look at her and Wait, hold on. Before we tell her anything, I look at her and just be like, we absolutely need access to the video feeds, please, before I can give you an accurate summation of the situation. I don't want to give you any falsities.
Okay, fair enough.
She says, "Can you explain to me why? What happened?"
The stakes of what happened really depend on who the last few people that left the room are.
Oh God, you think that she was kidnapped?
I'm fearing worse.
Of course, of course. Give me a second. She picks up the phone and says, "Kimsey, get your ass up here." And hangs up. She's like, "Give us a second."
No problem.
Anything else?
I need that room to be locked down. No one in or out.
Of course. I will. I did. I have called the police, so the police should be here momentarily. They might want to, go through and collect all the evidence.
Oh,
No
of
offense,
course.
but you're not an authority in this world.
No offense. No, that's perfect. That's really good. It's just one of those things where, if things would be disturbed before they got here, things might be documented differently. So just
Okay.
being proper.
As you talk and as you explain, and Kimsey comes to the door, pushes through, and goes to Mulani. What happened? What did I do?
What did I do? Must be the class one.
Professor Mulani just turns to you and says, "Well."
I need the access to the video feeds of the hallway for the past several hours. Perhaps even last several days.
Kimsey turns towards Mulani and says, "Should I?" And Mulani nods her head in approval. She comes over to you, not too close, but just kind of just throws like a Bluetooth signal towards your, your future phone.
Future phone. All right, beep boop time. 1 second. Oops, wrong thing completely. Jesus. That one. Oh well, either or, I guess.
All right, computer science. Jeez. All right, cool. All right. So you have you need to do a perception and a culture check.
A perception and a culture check.
Oh, actually, you did a computer, so that's good. That's actually good. You don't need a perception check. Culture check. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Thank you. All right. So you start seeing the following. You sifting through all the different camera views of the room, the hallways, and the first floor. You're not seeing anything particular. However, you're seeing in her room, you see a trio of Lashantas carrying heavy backpacks and wearing uniforms, entering the building 2 days ago.
We recognize the uniforms.
Let me finish. This took place in a very late evening after everyone has been gone. And basically after all reception personnel has left. So there's no one in the building. It's been locked up. They took the stairs up, but there seems to be no footage of them on the other floors, or leaving the building.
Shit.
You can tell and identify that the uniforms came from the Port Authority, or the Gateway District's Port Authority. Upon more inspection of the videotapes, you notice that there's some inconsistency in the footage on several floors, especially this floor.
Shit, they tampered with the footage.
You come to the realization that someone hacked into the building security cameras and has looped some of the footage of the empty hallways to hide whatever they were doing.
Cool.
There is no additional information.
We tell the
Yeah, now we tell her.
Mulani gasps and sits down.
I would like to check to see if that gasp was real. What do I need to roll? Even though I'm gonna
Sense gasp.
Yeah. If that gasp was real. Sense motive. If she's trying to lie, fake it, what?
Okay,
Even though I have a -2, but
I get it.
solid. Solider.
Varric,
Spy.
you're our anti-spy,
Perceptive
please.
boy.
Yeah.
I love you have to clean up all your shit you do. So both of you were kind of like, both
I
of you
do two things.
simultaneously
I jump and
raise-
spin.
Wait, hold on. Let me. I have to like draw this out in imagery. So both of you raise your eyebrows and kind of squint your eyes to see if you could tell. But then instantly, both of you look at Travis, and Travis looks at you and says, nods his head like it's cool. So basically, she's telling the truth.
Perception of a potato us.
So the Professor Mulani is like, so. Oh gosh, this is a lot. I never expected this to happen. At this moment, a cop officer, nifty outfit.
A cop officer? Is that what the
Cop
fuck you
officer.
just
I
said?
don't know, man. This Q world is different, all right? Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that's what you said.
It's a cop
Yeah,
officer.
I guess it could have sounded something else if that's what
It
he's
did.
saying.
It sounded like something else from my ears. I just was supposed to be like, what? Does he come with like a bitch face or something?
So cop officer Senor come over. He comes inside and he reports to Dr. Mulani. It says, "We have finished our investigation. Here's our report. It seems that someone has gone through it already." He looks around at you guys.
Yep.
And it says, "I'm assuming you know what's. I'm assuming, Professor Mulani, you have an idea of what's going on."
We'd like to hear it from you, officer.
Yes.
The cop officer kind of says, for the most part, everything you've mentioned already. He doesn't leave any details out, and has confirmed all the details that you have revealed so far.
Okay, good.
He turns to you, however, and says,
Don't mess with evidence in the future.
"No." He actually says, in all my years being a cop officer, I may need your help for this investigation. He reviewed the tapes and noticed that where they went and where they might be indicated, they are very anti-cops around that area. And he says that if any of my men go there, they won't be found. However, you guys can probably sneak in and be unnoticed. He says, if you want, I can give you some temporary deputization to finish this investigation on behalf of the city. Cute.
We don't have to carry a badge or anything, do we?
Hold up. I look at him and I say, hold up. There's a straight up like cop war on this planet?
He scoffs and says, "Isn't that in every planet?"
Usually not out in the open.
Well, he kind of his cop detective demeanor kind of cools down a little bit. Criminals are not gonna stay around if you just roll up.
You're very correct. The other thing is just like I look at him like real skeptics, like corrupt politicians, or is it the police chief?
He doesn't know how to answer that. It stays silent.
Both.
He's probably got a. So.
But he says to someone, he overheard that someone asked, does he have to wear badges or anything? He says no. They'll register your PDAs in the system, so if you do get into some kind of trouble, they'll know that you're working on their behalf. However, he does request one thing. He says he offers you a choice. Actually, no, not a choice. He says, in order to make this a legit investigation, because you'll be working for our city, I do recommend two things. One, you wear these body cams to use anything as evidence in a court of law. and 2, we're gonna post a unit way to shadow your movements in case things go bad to support you.
Negative on both.
He kind of scoffs and
Yeah.
says, "This isn't really a choice."
All right. Well, then you solve it yourself.
Yeah, we all kind of like agree apparently because it's like, look at, I'm very much about my privacy. If you'd like to know about the things that I do, I offer him a stack of my
A copy
memoirs.
if you're.
Yeah, it's like you can read this, but if it's not that, sorry, you won't be getting the personal scoop.
He reaffirms. He puts your memoirs down on the table, and he reaffirms. To be clear, it's not that we're interested in your private information. What we want is if you're going to the Port Authority or the 5 Arcs to investigate Solani's kidnapping, you will.
Right.
And your only choice is to become our deputies. Otherwise, you'll be in contempt and you'll be going against their investigation.
Contempt for what? What did we
I
do?
look at him and I'm like, oh wait, are you really going to sit here and tell me that right now? No wonder you have open war against the police.
So they're giving you. So I'm out of character now. So
Yeah.
this is clear up. So you have gone through their evidence in their crime scene, right? Now they're obviously not pressing charges against you because you're not. They've recognized the situation. However, in order to move forward, and if you want to continue finding out what happened to Dr. Solani, the only way to do it without pissing off the cops is to do it this way, to become the deputy. Because at this point now you're
Can we join the anti-cops?
We were given permission to enter that room. There wasn't tampering with
Right.
the crime scene.
No,
there wasn't a crime
and
scene.
he's
Yes.
not
We haven't
charging you for
committed
that.
any crimes.
No, he's not
He
charging.
can't
you for
charge us with it. There's nothing
I'm
there.
just, motherfucker, I'm a DM.
Wait, hold up. This is my question.
is
Can
not
we join the
charging you-
anti-cops?
Wait, he's not charging you for anything that happened in this university. He's offering you an opportunity to finish the investigation, right? And he's giving you special deputization to go ahead and do it. However, in order to do his job, he needs physical evidence to prosecute anything that happens. The only way he's going to do that with physical evidence of videotapes and in case actual cops, the real cops, to show up in crime scenes after you're done with it. That's what he's placing. However, that's
The only thing I'm
if
worried
you want to
about.
pursue the investigation any further.
So this is what I'm gonna say. I really think I may commit like a major crime, and I'm trying to avoid that whole situation. But if weird, he's like, "Come do my job, but I have to watch you do it."
So, okay.
It's like, yeah, there's gonna be plenty of physical evidence. I usually don't leave vaporization paths.
So basically, if you continue the investigation, right? If you go to top 5 Arch, if you go to the Port Authority, you'll be interfering in a police investigation, which is why he's offering you a chance to. You're gonna do it anyways. Just do it legally.
But then
That way, you don't get in trouble with the law in the process.
Can't we just like hack the cameras and take out all the bad stuff?
No,
That we
because the
do?
last
I
time we
feel-
tried that, he DM ruled no.
I feel
That's
like
why
we're
I'm trying to
getting-
avoid that whole thing.
So, as a
I feel
DM,
like
I'm giving.
we're
I'm
at a
telling
train
you right
station
now,
right now, and the
as a
train's about.
DM, As a DM, I'm telling you right now, you have 2 choices here: continue the investigation of Solani along with the cops, or don't.
We can't do it illegally.
No. Because
Fair
then
enough.
that would lead to me then having to say, okay, let's end the stream here. Then I have to kind of place you guys against the cops, and I'm gonna have to create a whole scenario of you going against the cops. And I haven't prepared that tonight, so I'm just saying no. I didn't think, I should have saw this coming, but I think, they're not gonna have a problem with just helping the cops out, trying to find out.
Who
what happened to
wouldn't?
Dr.
If
It's
it
not
wasn't
about helping
privacy
the cops.
issues,
Yes,
yeah.
it's not about helping the cops. We're completely fine with helping the cops. Our issue is I don't want to be on tape doing crimes I know I'm gonna do.
Can we record with our own cameras, not the
Yes.
police cameras? And that way, we get to tell them, we get to give them what we
Oh,
want to give them.
So you want
and
to
not
have
just
the
give them
ability.
everything.
Like a conflict
You
of
wanna
interest.
have the ability to turn off the audio and obscure the visual.
Yes, just like American cops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know these dudes are corrupt. They have a cop war going on.
Okay. So, all right, I'm going back into cop. What was it? Cop officer mode. Um, the cop leans over and says, "I don't get it. What's the problem with the camera?"
Look,
you
man,
guys-
I do a lot of accidental crimes. I don't know the laws on every planet.
He kind of leans over and points to a button. On
So,
the
so
camera.
does I.
He kind of points to a few buttons on the camera. He says, "Audio off, video off, video on, audio on."
Well, why didn't you start with that?
Yeah, dude, that eliminates all of my reservations. Absolutely, I'll work with you.
The cop kind of just shrugs and says, "Aren't you guys smart?"
Look at man. The last time someone tried to do
He's
this,
specifically
it had a
looking,
bomb.
but no, as he says, he's specifically looking at the Linux user that's kind of a half cyborg, fucking walking kind of technology.
I look like a human. I look like a human. I'm not.
He's a cop
The
detective.
last
He knows
guy
what
we
cop-
worked with said that there was a bomb. You told us there was a bomb in the device that he was recording us with,
Oh, the
and that would
that's different.
nullify the entire thing.
That was not a cop officer, okay? That was a fucking.
But that was not a cop officer.
That was just a cop, not a cop.
That was just an ambassador.
Okay, this guy's higher ranked, okay? I mean, no, not higher ranked, but this guy's like a salary slave. You know what I mean? He's not trying to rule the world. He's just trying to get through his day.
In that case, I'll intentionally take the ribbing that he's giving because I didn't realize that we weren't working with the genius. I'm kidding.
So he kind of looks at all three of you. So you guys agree? You gonna help us out here?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So he kind of chucks 3 different body cams to all three of you. He says, "My unit will be pursuing you. However, you will not notice them. I promise."
I look at him and I say, "Look, if we ever need to like sell the charade a little bit better, do you have any officers you don't like that we could send in on like a fake call to like and just, I make a little motion."
The cop winks as he walks out.
Excellent.
Did you just conspire to kill officers? Or cop officers?
Well,
I'm
his
so
question
happy.
was, are there any cops that you hate?
Basically.
That's
Send them over here for a fake call.
I'm not advocating for cops to die. No, what I'm saying is that every person that works at a workplace has at least 1 or 2 people that's like, I wouldn't mind if you just tripped and fell. So he's no different. He has coworkers that he would not mind if they tripped and fell and landed on a bullet.
Awesome. Now he just knows the situation of who to send.
God, don't do this to me. We're gonna fucking add and record live on the stream fake cops getting killed by a guy who just winked and gave the okay. A cop officer. I don't even know what that rank is. God damn it.
It's a rank above officer.
It's a rank above officer.
Cop officer, holy shit. I award you with the rank of cop officer, boy.
I can't contain myself. Oh, fuck. All right. You get a telepathic voice in your head saying the following. I have your notes. Please come see me.
Perfect notes. Excuse me. We're gonna go start working on the case and get some notes.
Mulani kind of just sits in silence and says, and just wags her hand like, go.
Oh, I look at her and I say, look, if you have like a martyrdom of savings behind, you may want to hire some protection, just as a formality. And then I walk out. and then
Still
head
making-
over.
It's making me proud using his doors. You understand how proud I am.
So I head over here and I like, oh, that's right. As I come over and look at him, I kind of push over and it's like, wait, could you give me a mind bucket, please?
Wait, where'd you go?
I went over here
To the
to
brain
his
dude.
office.
Brain dude. Okay. That's the elevator.
Yep.
This is the brain dude. Okay. Sorry. Let me go back to the doors. Alright, I walked
I just find it funny. I'm sorry.
Alright. I walked back out of the elevator. It's the door. That's the door. Okay.
That's the
okay.
door.
Right. Where? I desynced there for a minute, but you know the game reconnected.
Desynced. You desynced on the web browser.
Right after I ask him for a mind bucket, I puke. Blah. His form disgusts me so.
Hold on. Now I gotta. Give me a second.
Are you brainstorming?
Oh,
Am I
jeez.
brainstorming? Blah.
No.
I now puke from the pun.
I don't know what he ate, but the puke is green and pricked.
I eat all kinds of shit.
So the brain dude starts to telepathically start to give you information about Hakeem notes. It's sort of a long read, so please bear with him. He tends to babble and be very descriptive of when he gets passionate about certain things. First of all, he tells you that the Hakeem Notes provides information about a coastal outpost of Tahulu Point on the continent of Ukulam. And there's description of an accursed pyramid city of Lokoshula. Loshkulia. Fuck it. Local. It's Loshko. The ancient city of Loshk, which Zan has claimed to have discovered. These records also describe both text and audio logs of several key warnings and landmarks described in Zan's judgmental verbiage. Basically, he kind of goes down a list of basically shit you should avoid, shit you should know if you're going to go to Okulam, and things that just will let you not have a hard time. First, he mentions the wildlife. He says that Koshovos crawls with vermin and beasts of all kinds. Thunder-bellied behemoths clear paths through the jungle while bellowing madly. More vexing, though, is that they will all come with stingbats and some hellish cross of monkeys and bats and scorpions that travel in troops. So you have like little armies of these things that kind of roll together.
Cool.
They harass them regularly. So it's not something that just once in a blue moon. They were being harassed regularly. I fought one off as it attacked a porter and shot another as it fled. And from then, they all targeted me specifically. It's as they can sense
smart.
strength, yet resented.
Are there any creatures on that planet that we're not supposed to kill? Or rather, they just can't kill for legal
This
purposes?
is not so the continent in which he went is not a populated continent, so a lot of people don't know anything about it. It is not really populated. This world
Are
doesn't
there any
have
animals that are
endangered
worth it?
species.
I see.
Not that you know of. You don't know enough about the culture in this world to know, like, if you want to steal a cockatoo to sell it later.
Got you.
He goes into the description of a rune obelisk. A dramatic spire barely rising above the tree line has the first of our great landmarks. Each side of it has once engraved an untold wisdom, but only the sheltered ruins near the base have survived the ages. The plants here grow thicker, as if feeding upon some gift left by the ancient elves. Sacrifices of flesh and blood, no doubt. He goes on to describe something about a plague warden. This massive stone figure is the reclining elven form covered in withered boils. I suspect it is an effigy that served ritual purposes, such as absorbing the illness of some great king that he might live forever. He then goes into more detail about the Forsaken City. The city is in the foothills. The city in the foothills is a forest of small pyramids all overgrown with vines. As with the funeral monuments of lost Osiron, we don't know what that is. It might be this was not a place of the living, but a realm of the dead. Initial excavations uncovered multiple stone tiers of fine architectural displaying skill, truly more advanced than the builder's primitive contemporaries. Finally, he reaches the last details of the stairs to eternity. From the Forsaken City rises a staggering, weathered staircase carved into the mountain beyond, evoking mystical contemplation in all who would climb it. Behind stands a great temple whose haunted guardians feasted upon my comrades, forcing us to flee the savage sentinels. Brain Albanian 2112 says, that's all I have collected.
Neat. Sounds like a neat ass place. And with that, let's see. Do we have any questions for the big brain?
Um,
Hey, big brain man, do you know how to work on the Acreon people? What were they called? Do you remember that?
The Acreon people? You mean the secret weapon?
Not necessarily the secret weapon, but the people that made it.
Oh, do you have any information about the not the undead, the lost civilization?
Yes, basically.
He says, unfortunately, no, that is not my expertise of research. However, as my brief discovery of the Hakim notes, it seems Dr. Soul it might be your best bet. She specializes in all that information.
Oh, excellent. That means that we're just doing something that aligns with our purposes anyway. And then I kind of just like bid him farewell, and I was like, I kind of glance at the pile of pukes, be like, I'm pretty sure that's easier for you to clean up than it is for me.
Clean up what? Looks perfect.
Oh,
Oh my
excellent.
God.
Glad you like it.
So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here, so you guys, I don't know if you remember this. So your whole purpose of coming to this planet was that the Starfinder Society discovered some information about the secret weapon. If you remember, Chisky is the one that said that the original person who uncovered some of this information was Hakim Zan.
Right.
But at
And
the
weren't these
time-
his notes?
But at the time, he was kind of looked as like crazy and didn't get too much recognition for the information and kind of got lost in the age of time. So essentially, what you're doing is trying to recollect Hakim notes to be able to then go to the next step forward and find out more information about the secret weapon and the civilization that created it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I thought it was something along those lines. I just couldn't remember 100% specifics.
Okay. So, you guys are now, I think, anything else you want to do here?
Nope. I bid the man farewell and I bounce.
Wait, wasn't there like some research or something you wanted from this guy?
Yeah, that's what he
I
just
was-
gave you.
Yeah, I just asked. It turns out he won't know how to work on my fucking robot anyway.
Yeah, it's not his field of expertise. He likes researching Nazis.
Basically.
Space Nazis.
Okay.
Dude, who else is a better space Nazi than people that make a Halo ring, right?
Damn, I wish I remembered the story as good, honestly. I don't remember the overarching story of Halo. It felt like it was decades ago.
I kind
It'd
of
take
liked
too
it.
long to explain. Really.
Yeah. It's actually pretty.
It's decent though.
It
I
is.
like it. It's like a slightly less grim dark 40k, and I do just mean slightly because once it gets deeper into the lore, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'm
gruesome.
sure there's
Or
like
gruesome.
what you call it, like a
Or
lower.
there's plenty of lore channels. Yeah, there's plenty of people you go
I mean,
watch
they're
on
fine.
YouTube.
I like watching those as I fall asleep.
Yeah, they have tons of freaking books, dude. Halo books are fucking crazy. There's stupid amounts of them.
All right.
So the lore is like crazy deep. But yeah,
So you're
uh,
leaving the university now?
yep, we're gonna head over to what is it, a slum area?
All right. So you go to the first floor. Kimsey's back at her desk, kind of just doing reception stuff.
Oh, Miss Kinsey, can you bring me a cup of coffee?
She looks at you like, bitch.
I was just wondering. I was wondering if you're one of those kinds of receptionists. Unfortunately, not.
She kind of points to where the coffee corner is, though.
There's a coffee corner. Where's the coffee corner?
Hold on, damn it, I didn't mean let's imagine it's on the bottom left corner where the seats are.
Boom, coffee corner. I'm gonna grab 2 cups of coffee and
Espresso,
walk out.
like, fucking 5 shots of the strongest.
Yes, I'm basically using as much of
Colombian roast.
as much of this place's resources in 2 cups as I can. Just walk out, just double fisting it, just wham.
You kind of give a nod to Kimsey as you go out. She kind of just puts her head down, like, whoa. That guy. All right, so you then start going outside. Oh wait, ignore the audio.
The reporters are still here, huh?
No, they're gone. They're all settled. You want to call the Uber? I'm assuming. He's still waiting outside for you. The
What do we call it?
You're not even gonna try to change the name for this one?
Oh, the Uber.
Olamine?
Yeah,
Wait,
you're
I
giving
ain't
up.
saying nothing. I say Uber.
Nah, Olamine.
He's Julamane.
Julamane.
He's like one you've seen before, but he kind of just slurs his words.
I'm assuming, yeah, we have nothing else to do here, so we'll just head over to the area. Be like, yo, take us, Ulamane.
Julamane.
Don't be.
Wait, how do you slur
Nazi
words?
by
God damn it. Hold on. Let me get into my inner slur. Wait, how the fuck do you slur words?
Yeah, Jewy.
Okay. That's good inspiration right there.
You're welcome.
Where would you want to go?
What's it, the place? I can't remember the what's it called, docks or port to go see the people. Not the people, but.
You asking me or you?
Oh yeah, I'm asking you because I can't remember the.
The 5 Arcs or the Port Authority, right?
Right, but there's actually like a zone, not a zone. You know what I'm talking about.
Your Javier AI comes into practice and says, "Hey, senor, you gotta go to the 5 Arcs. It's weird. Hey, you supposed to go."
So like, take us to the 5 Ox, please. I could have swore that there was like a little something else that was there, like a name.
Yo creo, I think is the Port Authority. Authority.
I think it started with like a T. This is why I should keep my notes open always. Jesus. Whatever. It's fine. I'll go back and watch it later.
Julamane says, "We will be there in 5 minutes."
It's like a weird.
He kind of zooms going 100 miles an hour. Hold on.
Whatever that is fucking funny. It's classic. I love it.
Fucking back to our loading page. All right, so he's kind of zooming in and out of traffic, and his AI is Jules, not his driving ability. So he's kind of hauling ass, not paying attention to none of the fucking traffic and all that shit. It's kind of like the old '90s taxi drivers in New York.
Sweet.
It does remind me of one of those Lincoln Town cars, though. It does.
It does.
All right, just zooming in and out. Is there anything you kind of want to look up the info in the internet or Foodle or anything before we move on? Any meta shit you want to check on?
Was our starship getting repaired or something like that?
I think our starship was parked.
Or do we want to check on the club?
Actually, you got a good point there. So Julamane says, "Sir, you have incoming call from
Deploy the flares.
Deploy the flares.
I thought it was a missile. You were talking so slow.
Please don't interrupt
What?
me."
I turn off my Bluetooth connection to the car, and then just answer the call in my head.
All right, beep boop.
Beep boop. I don't know how the hell this car just fucking hacked into our Bluetooth, but fuck this thing, man.
Come on, this is Julamane, man. Come on, you got the executive package. I don't know if you
Dude,
remember-
I'd fire this guy if this dude talked
don't
this
know,
slow.
do you
Just be like,
remember-
yo, I got your coffee.
Do you
5
remember
minutes
the,
later. Lol.
what the label was that they used?
No, I don't.
Ethan, you might remember it. You remember?
I played it once. If you mention it, maybe, but nah.
All right, I'll fucking say it. I don't care. Excelsior package.
Oh right, yeah,
All
okay.
right, so you didn't get the section. The Julamane doesn't have Excelsior package. He has the bib package. So that's what you got. So you pretty much, as soon as you go in, it's your own little office. So everything connects like that. All Bluetooth, all that shit is already in there. He got access to your emails, everything.
Oh, hell no.
So you get a call from you actually don't know who's calling you. So you said beep boop. So let me get into character a little bit. Hello?
Hi.
Oh my. Hi.
So you called me, wondering what the hell this is about. Appreciate it. Awesome.
Yes. My name is Rick. Rick, like an R-I-C-K. Rick.
Oh, I was hoping it was spelled R-A-K-K, but oh well. Can't be perfect.
Ooh, beautiful. So my name is Rick with a K. So I'm calling you because there is some. I'm sorry.
Unidentified charges.
Do I hear laughing?
Yes, there's someone tickling my friend. It's fine.
Oh, I love tickling.
I can tell.
Anyway.
You
So
can
my
just
name is
hang up. It's a telemarketer. who's trying
I
to
kind of,
find the phone name.
I wave you away and I say, I have to see where this goes. And you?
All right, man.
So my name is Rick. I'm calling you about your club. Do you remember?
Oh, are you my new manager?
Something like that. We can discuss that a little bit. But I just wanna chime in. Are you busy right now? Can we talk?
Yeah, I got like 4 minutes until my cab gets where I'm going.
Julamane says, "We will take the scenic."
I point at whatever screen is there and I say, you will not and like it.
Julamane gets off at the wrong exit. Anyways, hi. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sorry, arguing with my cab.
interesting. Anyways, so like I said, my name is Rick. I'm here at your club. There's some things we need to discuss. As you realize, you did purchase this place. However, it's not running.
Yet.
Would you be able to kind of, one second, give me a second. People. I'm sorry, I had another call. Yes, can you like virtually call in so you can see the space?
I guess I look at the stupid screen and just like, I assume you can make that happen.
Yeah. In this world of Starfinder, Zoom and WebEx has been taken to the next level. Basically, you can pretty much close your eyes and actually be there physically in holographic form. In the Zoom call.
You know what? In that case, I put a skin on that makes me look like Darth Sidious Rat. It's like with the cloak and everything, and just like
So you have a filter for your.
yeah, for my skin for myself when I go into this, and I just look like a Sith Lord Rat.
Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. Nothing can ever be simple. 1 second.
Can't do it, man. You gave me lore stuff. I gotta use it.
All right. Let me just cancel the music. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Oh shit, that was the wrong people. Hold on, give me a second. I forgot to prepare this. Alright, I just need a quick character. Okay, this is gonna be funny.
Oh my god, don't tell me that we have one of these.
Alright, this is Rick.
What can I do for you?
I'm not gonna do the. I'm not going to run the purpose of actually bringing your character in. But just imagine your characters are virtually in the space. You can see the space as he's in there. There is no one currently in your club. And Rick is kind of talking to your virtual avatars. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going back into Rick's character. Okay, so nice to be here. Nice to meet you. I see. He looks at a piece of paper and says, "Note? Who's Note?"
Close. That's close enough.
That's
Oh
you,
wait, am I actually there, or is it just?
We're all
artist?
hologrammed with where
Okay.
we group called it.
Right. So Note, is that you, sir?
Yep.
Okay.
Never say his name again. Call him
Note.
Linux.
I have here a Varick. Who's Varick? I'm sorry.
Me.
Hey, Varick. Hey, Varick. Thank you for being here. And I have Bob. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce your name?
Bardass.
Right. B. I'm gonna call you B. Okay, B. So B.
Excellent.
So, like I said, I'm Rick. So make sure you pronounce Rick. I don't answer to anything other than Rick.
You will respond to brain and like it.
No, we're not doing that. No. Last person to call me that, I crushed him with my brain. No. Anyway,
See? Why wouldn't you want to be Mega Brain? Doesn't that sound awesome? Think
sir,
about it.
I don't know if you realize you can't go around telling people about their physical appearance, okay? My name is Rick. Call me Rick. He insists.
Hey,
you call him
you!
Rick.
You know what? How about this? Fuck you and the horse you rode in on because you gave me a fucking nickname of B. So you can take brain and suck a dick.
Sir, I don't like your tone. But we got off on the wrong foot. Okay? Let's start over. I don't like my physical appearance any more than you like your appearance. I am very
love my
sensitive
appearance.
about my appearance. So I'd rather you not focus on the one thing in my body that makes me look or makes
Fine,
me
I'll
stand
call you
out.
Legs.
I like legs. Legs is good. I love my legs. They're right, nice and skinny, and get straight to the point.
Excellent. Legs. I'm B. Your legs. Perfect.
Okay, B, Nate and Varik. So here we are. This club is awesome, beautiful, beautiful. However, it's empty. It's nothing here. There's no sign. Did you see my document that I sent you over?
Yes, yes. The problem is right now we're in the middle of, I kind of think about it, police things. But we'll be back to solve it soon enough.
Damn, you guys posted so much shit on this channel. God damn it. Gotta go scroll up
I know.
all the way.
You're the one that started talking in that channel, man. You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no.
You have a billion other
blame,
ones.
Just blame me, right? Yeah.
I blame you for not having all the foresight in the world.
All right. Just pulling up the document. Okay. He says the following. Right. No, that's not gonna work. We need to figure this out now because, as you might have predicted, you're gonna soon have to make payments, and when we don't get this club rolling, you're gonna miss some of those payments. So, it sounds to me that you have some time now. We can run through this real quick.
All right, fine.
Great, awesome, be awesome. Nate, very awesome. I love it.
God.
So first line of business is we need to figure out some of the bare necessities to start the club. I see
Drugs.
here in my PDF that you have sent me your label. Awesome. I will get that printed and put everywhere in this facility. Is there specifically anywhere you want me to put it?
Nope, just on the front. Oh, actually, right above the bar.
Can you please indicate with your finger where?
Oh, like there.
Okay, I'm gonna mark it. All right, I'm gonna mark it here.
It's like, so yeah. So like when people look up at or look in toward the bar, they just see the big ass afterlife sign.
Awesome, great. And you said you want it in the entrance, specifically one on the left and you want on the right.
Both.
Great. Okay, so going down the list, if you look at my document, you can see I have laid out dates that are due. And right now, your payment is due on the 1st and every other game. Actually, no. I gotta change that. I just realized I messed up. So for the out of character, for your loan, I made it I believe a 2-year loan.
Yep.
So payment is actually due every
Right now.
Every right now.
No. So the first payment is gonna be due on September 5th.
Okay.
So it's gonna be every other. It's gonna be due every gameplay, right? However, you don't actually have to pay until the end of the month, and that's when you're gonna get your paycheck for the month. So every gameplay, you're gonna get a check for the club earnings. So every 2 weeks, your club is gonna gain earnings.
Okay.
But every 2 weeks is also there's gonna be a deduction to that earnings, which is gonna be the amount that you owe.
Okay. Question: the upgrades of like the things, are those just like flat upgrades? So we pay for them once and they don't have to again, or
Right.
is
Thank
that
you
like
for asking, B.
like,
Thank you for asking, B. This is a wonderful question. Okay, so I take. Please look at the document and look for the upgrades. So first of all, upgrades are flat. They apply universally. They're a one-time purchase, and you can alternate between each thing. Obviously, you always want the best, and the best will always net worth you the more money income, right? So, but there's certain things that you have to be aware of. For example, if you don't have drinks in your club, people are not going to be happy. If you don't have drugs, people are not going to be happy. If you're not gonna have a DJ in your club, well, no one's gonna come.
iPod. No. They solved that ages ago. You're telling me that what's that stupid thing that Apple came out with? Genius?
Shuffle.
Tell me that hasn't like no
Shuffle.
Genius. They had like an actual thing where it's just like it learns music.
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but
No, yeah, I can't remember either.
but basically, I just put that. I was supposed to be an internal example.
No, I get you.
Yeah, but you have to have some kind of DJ or whatever.
Okay.
So there is some things. So just so everyone, I don't know if everyone did everyone see the document?
I have seen it.
Okay. So the way this is gonna function, the way the club is gonna function, is like a character. The flat upgrade is gonna give it modifiers that will be contributed to the pay output. For every upgrade that you spend on the character of the club, the more the modifiers are going to go up and the more net pay you're going to get. I honestly only did balancing up to the medium level of upgrades. I don't know if the expensive level of upgrades are both worth it and or too OP, honestly.
So it's a toss up of whether it'll be OP or not.
Yeah, and I may have to do some further balancing later on. For now, I'm gonna stick to it because I kind of went incrementally upgrades. So they basically did, as you can see under drug example of supplies, the terrible, decent, awesome. They all pretty much 2x amongst each other, both in upgrade costs and the level of modifier. The modifier is going to be used to determine your pay or your earnings. The way I've decided to do it is based on the amount of players that you have. So we do a D100 times the players that you currently have in your party, which will be determined like how we distribute the wealth, times 10 times the upgrade modifier.
Okay.
That will give you an overall pay. Now, this is eventually will allow you to, the more you upgrade your club, the more you pretty much will probably be able to afford everything in the game eventually. But it comes at a steep price, and it's somewhat of. I may make some of these things much more, because once you pretty much upgrade to expensive on everything, you pretty much have,
Like a times 30.
Yeah, you're gonna have like a times 40 or some shit.
Okay, so metagaming between me and the compatriots, I'm down to buy the expensive of the drinks and drugs myself, and then you guys just pick two things to buy that are the expensive, and we should be cool, right? And then that'll give us like a good source of income at first.
How much is it right now?
My upgrades are going to be 4,000, but I think DJ and servers are going to be important, which is 500 and 3,200. And
So
then,
you definitely, I think overall you want it cleaner.
and then we can have a cleaner be gotten with security by
Why don't I see the? Did you pin it, or am I just scrolling up trying to find it?
I pinned it. It's called D&D Fusion Queen PDF.
Should change it to Afterlife PDF now.
Well, yeah, I know, but that was as I made it. What the fuck was that sound?
Which-
Google downloading it.
Oh.
I have a download manager to.
Ooh, fancy.
so
So that porn downloads.
No,
I think we
it's,
can.
for IC
I think we
stuff.
could ignore the other stuff other than cleaner and security, and then obviously drinks and drugs, and then I think what server and host.
Alright, I have 3,900. I'm still 2 levels away from my power armor, so I'm willing to put like 3,000 down into whatever right now.
Okay, so I'm
But we
down
should
put
also
my
have
5,000.
to. We should also prepay like our next thing, I think.
Yeah, that's only 890. That's fine.
So Rick advises that won't be necessary. he has done the calculation, and if you get at least the bare minimum of some of the upgrades, the payment from the club will pay for itself.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm gonna write down what because let's see, you said you have 3,000 that you're wanting to do. I have 5, and then Varric, how are you
What do you?
able
Yeah.
to
What do
put
you want?
into upgrades for right now?
I have slightly less than 4K.
Okay, so you have you down to put
Yeah,
3,000?
but how much do you want to put in? Is the thing to this? Eric, how much do you want to put into this club, if any?
Whatever I need.
Take it all. Take it
All
all.
right, I'll
Whatever
just
you
take
need.
3. I'll take the 3,000. That means that we're 11,000.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
You have 11,000 credits to play with then. Just
Okay.
get whatever,
Okay.
and I will take 3,000 off of my thing.
Okay, so I will mark it. I will put it into what's a jiggy? And post it. Notepad, get the fuck over here.
All right. Let me
Oh, did
put
we
in-
ever split Rosie's loot into us?
I
don't
think
know
we
if you
did.
that, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
So right now that's 4. That brings it to 7,400.
Oh man. Okay. Guess I can't do that. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna have to delete this whole shit. All right. We don't need to have that there. So I'm going to be adding to some of this. You should have access to the Fusion Queen character. So whatever you
Mhm.
decide to do, I'm going to add it to the upgrade list on the character.
Okay.
All right, so going down the list on the supply, you want the most expensive drinks and drugs, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I actually didn't think you had that much money.
And then I'm looking into
Any
the.
for miscellaneous supplies?
No. Wait, hold up. I can't. I'm looking for it. Miscellaneous supplies is that one. I'll go medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
So miscellaneous supplies is basically like cups and
Yeah.
drug paraphernalia.
Okay.
Basically anything that staff need to run the club.
All right. So I think I wrote down the right things. I'm just gonna do some math real quick, and then I'll post it in Discord for you.
All right. I mean, you can pretty much go one by one and let me know what they are. Because I'm writing them down into the.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I got the math right real quick.
Okay.
Actually, we can't even do that one. Oh, so that changes that.
God damn it! I can't go back. What the fuck? This fucking text editor is a lot worse than I cared for.
Okay, so it's 4.
You said you want a decent miscellaneous supplies, correct?
Yeah. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. There it is. Jesus,
the
I
first
lost
one.
it.
All right, so that's done for supplies. What do you want for staff? Do you want a DJ?
I'm doing the quick math rate, I think, because what is that decent required prerequisite right there
Wait,
for
what
medium?
time?
medium DJ. It says 1,600 credits prereq. So it doesn't have one.
It's a prereq. I'm sorry, I forgot to fill that out. It's you need medium supplies.
Okay, so we have those. So go with the.
Oh, actually, no. Fuck it. I'm fucking lying. I'm sorry. You need a physical upgrade called sound system, medium sound system.
Okay. So we'll go medium because I'll get the sound system. Then 1,600. Is that right? No.
God, you're gonna be
No,
making
no,
the
no.
bank much quicker than I expected. Oh fuck me. When I left the goddamn. I really hope that thing's saved. Nope, it did not. Fuck me. Okay. Alright,
Yeah.
so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this. Sorry, gotta. We have to get this out the way so I can we can start calculating, because if this takes too long, and by the time we get to the next play, it'll take too long to calculate back calculate everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a second. All right, and I guess I'm probably gonna end the stream here, since this is probably gonna take us the remaining amount. So thank you for watching. We will follow up on our next playthrough on what happens at the 5 Arches. I don't want to bore everyone by watching us kind of do basically notepad adventures. So thank you for watching, and have a good one, everyone.